Meanwhile, people in Minneapolis say ICE has not changed its way.
Drop site reported on Iran yesterday. Thank you very much, Pizza Famine. Dumba still on, by the way. Drop site is not online, completely independent. Exclusive U.S. military tells key Middle East ally to prepare for attack on Iran. Holy Mother of God. Senior U.S. military officials have informed the leadership of a key U.S. ally in the Middle East that President Donald Trump could authorize a U.S. attack on Iran this weekend. Multiple sources have confirmed to Dropside News strikes could commence as early as Sunday. The ally was informed. So tomorrow, holy shit. This isn't about the nukes or the missile program. This is about regime change, said a former U.S. intelligence official who consults for Arab governments and is an informal advisor for the Trump administration on Middle East policy. Yeah, the regime is super wobbly right now in Iran. The Americans want to make sure that their guys end up on top and not an actual sovereign movement inside of Iran proper. He told Dropsite News that the U.S. war planners envision attacks that target nuclear, ballistic, and other military sites around Iran, but will also aim to decapitate the Iranian government. Holy shit, they're just going to murder the Iranian leadership. That's, wow. And in particular, the leadership and capabilities of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The IRGC is a branch of the Iranian. We know this. The thinking in the Trump administration, according to the source, is that a successful strike on Iranian leadership would be followed by Iranians returning to the streets to protest, leading to the overthrow of the government. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is hoping for an attack, the former senior intelligence official said, and assuring Trump that Israel can help put in place a new government that is friendly with the West. Israel can help put in a friendly government that is friendly with the West. Whenever we're discussing Iran, it's everybody's like, oh, this is very complex, this is that. It doesn't necessarily need to be. You don't have to support the current Iranian government while also saying that an alternative, which is not led by the sovereign Iranian people, but by a foreign force, especially Israel or the United States, can be much worse for Iran than their current government. As a non-American, I always like to joke around like I really dislike the leadership of my home country. I really dislike it. And if our people could topple it, I would support it 100%. But if there's Americans bombing my capital, trying to overthrow my president, I will be the biggest bootlicker, the biggest fucking nationalist patriot you can motherfucking find. You understand? So, the worst thing that can happen to any country is an American-installed government. Does that mean that the previous government is capable, that it is good, or that it is bad? No, it doesn't. Okay? Those two things, when you're doing political thinking, should be separate. So yeah, and the motherfucker's actually going to intervene. That's crazy. Not like I'm surprised, but I thought they were going to do it through Israel. I was pretty sure they're going to do it through Israel, but they're going to get the U.S. involved directly. That is insane. Many Iranians don't think like that anymore. You're talking more like what I previously mentioned. Yeah, well, they're in for a very rude awakening. They're in for a very, very rude awakening. Oh, you can't tell the Iranian people what? No, I'm not telling them what to think. I'm saying that you are signing a deal with the literal devil when it comes to working with Americans towards overthrowing a government you do not consider legitimate. Because, my friend, you will not be getting a legitimate government from the fucking Americans. That's an oxymoron. you're no longer a sovereign nation. There are certain principles that must be upheld that are larger than dislike of one's government. That is my opinion. You do with that what you fucking will. The U.S. briefing of key Arab ally comes as regional countries are feverishly engaged in last-minute efforts to mediate talks between the U.S. and Iran to avert war. On Friday, Iran's foreign minister met with Turkish leaders to push towards a possible diplomatic resolution. Regional countries have been engaged in attempts to establish a format for back-channel talks, including a trilateral meeting involving Iranian, American, and Turkish leaders aimed at forestalling an expected attack. Saudi Arabia on Tuesday ruled out the use of its airspace for a potential U.S. attack on Iran. Blah, 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 blah. According to the Saudi state news agency, the United Arab Emirates also said on Monday it would not allow its airspace or territorial waters to be used in any military action against Iran, etc., etc. The Americans smell weakness. The weakness is there. Is there enough weakness for a total regime change? We will see. The fact that they're going to strike means that they really think that that's a possibility. It didn't necessarily work out. I mean, time will tell if it worked out, but I don't think it worked out in Venezuela with the decapitation of the Venezuelan system. Turns out the system can live on without Maduro, for now, at least. So they don't have a proven track record, the Yanks, for now, but they're also not idiots. So let's see. Let's see what happens. They better hope Iran didn't get any Bastion coastal defense systems from Russia. The U.S. surface fleet, the Persian Gulf, will be sunk the first hours of the conflict. Yeah, I think they're trying to do some blitzkrieg shit the way they did it with the Venezuelans, but strikes on Iran could begin immediately, come amid ongoing efforts to mediate the last-minute off-ramp to the war. Iran's foreign minister, speaking in Istanbul on Friday during a press conference held with the Turkish counterpart Hakan Fidan, said that Iran is ready to resume talks with the United States on issues related to its nuclear program. Why do they smell weakness? Because there's mass protests, and because they tested the weakness already when they hit their nuclear facilities. They hit their nuclear facilities and they were like, okay, we got away with it. Why not try again? That's it. Iran's foreign minister Abbas Araghchi also said that no direct talks have been scheduled with U.S. officials. Iran's response is also signaling weakness. It absolutely is. Dude, no, when we cover geopolitics here, I don't suck anyone's dick. Do you understand me? Like, if you're going to be playing the anti-Western game, you're going to be sanctioned out of your fucking ass. And the only way for you to make sure that they do not cut your head off is to develop fucking nukes. That's it. Iran has not managed to do so. Therefore, they are losing this great game. And unless they have some hidden arsenal, they will lose. Okay? If there's one country that's big into talking a lot, but then not actually delivering to an extent, it is the current Iranian leadership. I thought like Israel was going to get decapitated any moment now. I'm going to donate $2,000 a month to help support JT and his channel. What? Okay, fuck yeah, do it. Yeah.
Despite a change in command. Borders Czar Tom Homan says that he is working on a drawdown plan for ICE, but President Trump says there isn't a pullback of immigration enforcement right now. CBS News White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi joins us live. Olivia, what are we hearing from the Trump administration about the future of ICE in Minneapolis?
Well, it's good to be with you. There seems to be a bit of mixed messaging right now between what is going on the ground in Minneapolis and what the White House is saying. Earlier this week, Tom Homan was...
What this? This bizarre video of Jeffrey Epstein chasing girls around his kitchen was released in the latest Epstein files recently. Yeah, not, because we all know he's a pedophile now. Everything he does looks very problematic.